welcome to the channel. Now you're here because you want an easy way to use green screen effects on your video. People jump onto your video and want to be engaged. They want something to watch, and having little things pop up really help with reminding viewers that your channel is worth subscribing to, and overall makes it look like you've spent time editing, something that I know that they'll appreciate. Trust me, I've made this process so easy. I'm going to be using two services which are optional but take the weight off designing your own graphics. Some are free, some you have to pay for, but trust me, they're really good value. So at the end of the video, you'll be adding effects to your video left, right and center, and every time it will elevate your production qualities. Hello, I'm MrCleekz, and I've started and successfully run 3 YouTube channels in the past few years, all currently making a healthy wage, and I want to share with you my knowledge I've built up over the years so you can hopefully learn from my mistakes and my victories. So if you haven't already, please do think about subscribing, as I'm going to help you grow with technical, practical and insider tips and tricks for YouTube and Twitch content creation. Right, so let's get started. Let's get making some green screen effects and add them into your channel. So here we are down on the desktop. Now I've said we're going to be using 2 programs. The first one is a website called PlaceIt.net. You will need to pay for this, but there are free versions on there. PlaceIt don't sponsor me. This is just something I've used because I think it's fantastic, and I'm also going to be using Luma Fusion as well. The reason I'm using Luma Fusion is just because I find it easier to knock out videos really quickly. I'll be doing a guide on Final Cut Pro and Premiere at some point. It's just in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to do it on Luma Fusion because it's dead easy. So first up, if we look at the pricing on PlaceIt, so click on pricing. You'll see it's either $15 a month or $90 a year. Depends on how much you use it. It can be free. There are some free ones on there, but if you're finding out you're using it lots, you can buy them individually, a bit more expensive. I've created hundreds of these, so the $90 a year is well worth the value for me. Work out what the best value for you is. Okay, so if I just quickly log in, so this is what you get when you've logged in. These are all the ones that I've created. So I would need to have either bought these individually, or for my $90 a year, I just keep downloading them and downloading them, making them. And as you can see, there's 20, 30 odd in a page, and I've got over 7 pages of them. So I've really been hammering it. So for me, the value-wise is superb. So to pick one, you just go along here and pick whichever one you want. I kind of usually go for gaming, YouTube, all YouTube name templates, or the intros and outros. Just pick one you like. This is the one I found that's quite nice that you can put in the corner. So all you're going to do is you're going to click on it. So once you're in the editing screen, this is where we're going to be changing some bits on this. So we want the follow us, like and subscribe to be showing, and these dots maybe. What we don't want this background here. So all you're going to do is go into the back over to the right, and you're going to click no image, and what it will do, this will update. Once it's updated, you'll see that it's blue, but we're going to be using green screen, and just for the purposes of putting it into the software, if you just change this to green, so just change the background to like a nice bright green, click on that, and then again it will change on the preview. That looks perfect. Really simple. So once that's done, that's pretty much it. Now all you're going to do is if you want the audio, you can take the audio out. I kind of leave it in because sometimes I like to use the audio. It's really easy in the software to take the audio out, and then all you're going to do is hit play or slides, and then after a minute or so bring up this screen, and then all you're going to do is hit download, and it will tell you once it's downloaded, and you can download it to your computer. Then once it's ready, click here to download, and that go down into your downloads folder, and then this is what it looks like in full with the green screen in the back. So I've downloaded it now, and it's on one of my folders. Thing is, it's called travel themed YouTube, whatever it is. So I would just rename that. So like and sub. So we'll call it that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to our editing software. So for the purposes of the video, I'm going to be using Luma Fusion. I will be doing Final Cut Pro and Premiere as well at a later date, but this one we're just going to be focusing on Luma Fusion. So here's the file that I just downloaded, and this is just going to be a test I'm going to put in. If you look in here, it is currently downloaded at 24 frames per second. It doesn't matter if you're using a 60 frames per second timeline. I've tested it extensively, and I haven't really noticed. You won't notice a difference because it's on green screen, so don't worry about that too much. So if we add a new project and we call it test, and we're going to be using it at 60 frames a second. So in our project, in whatever software you're using, you're going to be creating your video, whatever it is. I haven't got a video, so I'm just going to make kind of like a 12.5 second clip of just a static banner. It doesn't matter, because this would be your video. So grab what we created earlier from PlaceIt and put it on top. So all you're going to be seeing is the kind of like the animation with the green screen, and then double click that, and in LumaFusion you go down to the bottom right where it says colors and effects. If you click on colors and effects and then go up to the top right where that keyhole is, click on the keyhole, and then at the top left of these 6 it should be green screen key, and if you click that, it does it all for you. Okay, so it gets rid of all of the green and leaves everything else. But if you remember, there were some dots behind that. That's because the hue range isn't quite right, and you can adjust this if you want to. So click over here, you hit hue range, you can move this up and down, and if I slowly move this to the left, you'll start seeing there's more appearing. So there are the dots. If you want to keep the dots, or if you want to keep anything else, it will be hue range. So it's always the hue range that you want to adjust to make sure you get it right. So just adjust that until you've got it exactly how you want it. That looks about right for me. And then down the bottom here on the left, we're going to do frame and fit. That means that we can resize it and we can put it where you like. So let's make it little, and then let's put it over here into the bottom right. Then we've got our video here. If you quickly scroll across, that looks good to me. And if we click play, this is what your viewers are going to see. So the video playing that, and the follow us and like and subscribe is going to be playing there, and then it will disappear. Perfect. And that was doing it with PlaceIt and Luma Fusion. As I said, I'm going to be doing other software at some point, and just PlaceIt because it just makes it so easy. You can use other programs, or if you do go onto YouTube as well, go and have a look. There are examples of green screen with things there, and it's exactly the same process. If you are allowed to download it, just read the description. If you're going to be using YouTube videos, just make sure you are allowed to download it, and if you can, download it onto your computer and use it in exactly the same way, and you'll be able to add them all over the place. There we have it then. That was my look on how to use LumaFusion and PlaceIt. Like I said, there are other places you can be doing this, but they were just my ones. I'd find my workflow is so much quicker if I use those two, and that's what I want to be doing. I want to be focusing on content rather than having to put a pop-up like and subscribe button in. Right then, look, let me know if you've got any issues. Do comment below. Do like and subscribe to the next video. Bye-bye.